Hi, my name is Gabe Arnold. I'm the founder and CEO of Business Marketing Engine. Today, we're going to talk about a simple tool that can help you decrease your marketing spend while increasing results. And this is a process that we've taken dozens, if not hundreds, of clients through at this point. And it's something that is easily overlooked. And there's a reason why we overlook this tool. But I'm going to break down for you today in today's show why we overlook it and how we can stop that bad habit so that we can actually get higher return on investment as it relates to our marketing. So stay tuned and I'll share that with you. There's an old saying, I don't know who said it, otherwise I would love to attribute it to them, but it says, what got you here will not get you there. And it's the mindset and realization that the things that made us successful or helped us get momentum or help us accomplish things early on are not necessarily the same skills or same processors, tools, or approaches that we're going to need to take in order to reach the next level of success. And the reason I share that is because so many times as entrepreneurs, as leaders, as those that want to jump in and take action, we have a bias towards action. And that's a good thing when you're in a startup mode. It's a good thing when you're experimenting and trying new things. It's a good thing to drive our creativity and just help us, take initiative and find ways to solve problems. Unfortunately, it can also become a negative because once we're out of the startup phase, once we're a little more established, maybe it's 2, 3, or even 5 years down the road in business, it's easy to think that, I'll just keep taking action and trying things and keep, essentially throwing something against the wall, see what sticks, right? But when we do that, we actually slow our progress, create confusion, and, there's no clarity. And so when we try something and it works, we don't typically know why, or we try things and we try a bunch of things at once without a strategy and a plan, and we have no idea what's working. So we end up shutting down things that work. We end up doing things that, continue to invest and do things that aren't working. And it creates a lot of challenges. About a year ago, we had a prospect come to us and say, you know what? I know I need to be advertising. I know Google and Facebook and LinkedIn and search engine optimization. These are all things that I know should work. And I've seen them work for other people. But as it relates to my law firm, I don't know why I'm not getting results. And so I asked them, I said, well, when you started working with the agency that they were with before, did they lay out a simple plan, a blueprint, a process that was going to take you from where you are today to achieving the success that you want? They said, no, they just turned on campaigns and we started, and I don't even know what I'm paying for. They didn't have any clarity on what they were investing in. And that is something very common that happens. It's easy because when you put two leaders, two entrepreneurs, two business owners together, or even a very well-intentioned, motivated salesperson, they can say, yeah, we'll just drop in and we'll start this thing. And when you do that, you are significantly limiting the impact and results that you can get because you're not clarifying what is the direction that we want to go. What are the results that we need? What is the weekly target of leads we need to achieve? What should that cost per lead be? What is our marketing budget on a monthly basis? And when you don't take time to sit back and plan effectively, you end up just spinning your wheels or trying so many different things at once. Like we talked about, you're not going to know what's working, and it ends up dramatically increasing not only the advertising dollars that you spend, but also the hours and time that you're investing yourself, team members, marketing folks, agencies. You end up spending a bunch of time that we can never recover, and of course, more money, and it ends up being really expensive. So back to my story with this woman who owns a very successful law firm. When we started talking to her, she was in that position where she's like, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what our targets are. I have no idea, and it's not working. I've got to switch. I got to make a change. And so instead of us just dropping in and saying, all right, we'll take over your campaigns, let's advertise, let's just hit the ground running, we said, let's take the necessary and valuable time required to spend just a few weeks and evaluate where your company is today, determine what your goals are, and build a full 1-year strategy that's going to help you achieve specific targets, specific results, and ultimately increase your lead flow, your revenue, and free up time so you're not worrying about marketing and you're simply managing it from the top level. So we went through that process, and we identified, here's the investments that if you make will produce these results. The client signed on, and we began that process. And so over the course of the past 12 months, we took them from getting virtually no return on their advertising investment. Some months they got a 1 or 2x return. So they were putting in anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 a month in advertising. And they were only seeing, $20,000 to $30,000 in new cases and revenue from that. We took them from that stage to where today, a year later, they're getting anywhere from 10 to 14x return. So, and we actually reduced their advertising spend. So they're spending a little bit less. They're spending just under $10,000 in advertising. And every single month, they're generating well over $100,000 in revenue. And that's how we need to look at our advertising, our marketing, our strategy as it relates to growing our business. Earlier this week, we talked about having a scoreboard for your marketing. That's so important. And it's one of the things why we report every single month to our clients. Here's your scoreboard. Here's the lead you generated. Here's the things that are being built. Here's how we're moving forward. And on top of that, we can show, okay, you made this investment. Here's the return you got. In this case, for our client, here's the number of new cases you get. And in her practice, in her geographic area, every new case is worth about $10,000. So as we started early in 2022, we got her return on ad spend to 4x and 5x, which is a good baseline. It's a minimum that we want to see. We want to see people put $1 into their marketing and get 5 back. And then over the course of the second and end of the second quarter into the third and fourth quarter, marketing ramped up. Everything was cohesive. We did optimization. And now our client is putting in $1 and they're getting back between $10 and $14, $15 back for that investment. That's how you want to look at your marketing. That's why it's important to have a scoreboard. That's why it's important to plan and have a full strategy and not just start testing things without a plan. Because when we just throw money at something and we don't have intention and strategy and a full plan, that's where you blow tons of money. We took our client from wasting well over $75,000 a year in advertising that wasn't producing to now investing significantly less and being in a position where they're actually getting consistent results over time. So for you, my encouragement is make sure you sit down and build a marketing strategy. You build a plan. And if you don't know how to do that, I'd love to have a conversation with you, explain how that process works, because some folks come to us and we build their plan and then they go execute it themselves. Other folks come to us and we build the full plan and we help them with the execution. But regardless of how you take the next step, I would encourage you to take the time, make the investment, and get clarity and build a plan that's going to move you forward. If you need any help with that, please reach out at businessmarketingengine.com, drop a comment down below, or shoot me a message, and I'd be glad to have a conversation with you. I appreciate you taking time to tune in today, and I encourage you to take time to plan. That should be your takeaway today, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's show.